Hello. You might have spent time carefully planning your work. You also spent time carefully creating your work, making sure to add all the great writing skills that you've developed. However, your writing doesn't finish with the final piece of punctuation on the work. The piece is not complete until you have checked through your work carefully. Now, this is a skill which does take practice. So, how can you do this effectively? Well, read the work aloud. I used to say to my students, if in doubt, read it out. This will allow you to hear all the issues which might be in your writing. Sometimes it's only when we hear the work that we know there is something we need to change to make the work sound even better. Think about what your task is and who it is for as you read your work also. By doing this, it will help you to see whether you are on track or not in your work, which will suggest whether you should change it or not. Break the text also into manageable chunks. So breaking it down into sections as you're checking will make it even easier to help you see if there are areas you need to improve. Sometimes just reading the whole thing means that you miss any potential issues, and then you're not really focusing on proofreading, you're just kind of doing it because you know that you should, and you'll still miss things. You should also think about when it comes to our spellings if we're looking at proofreading, so learn how a word is spelled. For example, simply learning how the word should be spelled is quite often enough. That can be achieved through repetition. So for example, the there, and they are rule is one rule which might be successful. Think also about visualizing your words when you're proofreading things like just spellings. So close your eyes if required and see the word. Think also about breaking the word down. So for many of us, if we knock it down to syllables, it'll help you remember how to spell it. So business becomes bus-ines, Wednesday becomes Wednesday. And that's a pattern you can remember as well. Think also about pronouncing silent letters when we're proofreading. So knife becomes knife, so remember that indeed. Acronyms are also quite useful. So, we know them such as laughing out loud, LOL, BRB, be right back. So, for example, if you're looking to remember how to spell the word rhythm, just remember that the acronym rhythm helps your two hips move. And now, obviously, it sounds a little bit more silly, a little bit more memorable, and I would tend to use that. Think also about learning the rules of suffixes and prefixes. So the prefix, obviously, for example, sub means below. So when I'm checking my work, if I know I've got substandard written down, or I'm reading substandard, then I know that if I'm not sure what the word means, at least I know that sub means below. I can make an educated guess. Also, think about knowing your weaknesses, guys. So you might also just create a list of words you know that you spell wrong, so you can just develop learning how to spell them. It could be when you're looking at your writing as well. You know that different sentence starters are a weakness for yourself. You know that different types of sentences in general are a weakness for yourself. Well, note that down. Remember that and develop those skills. Because like I said, proofreading is really important to just get rid of any minor errors which are going to hurt your writing. So thank you and good luck.